Everybody, welcome back to Mom Can Have Another Dollar. We're playing Zombie Revenge. As Keith just screams into the microphone, Jew Ranger. If you don't know what Jew Ranger is, that is the original Power Rangers.
Jew Ranger. Jew Ranger.
Which Keith has been making us watch a lot recently for whatever reason. For fucking Thanksgiving, we went over to my essentially mother-in-law's house, and Keith, the first thing he tried to do was infect Netflix.
Hold on. What the fuck are we playing?
It's Zombie Revenge. I said that already.
It looks like Resident Evil.
Very swiftly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the
All
important
right,
part.
Zombie Revenge. Fine. So Keith is obsessed with Jew Rangers at your step.
And it has nothing to do with the
step-parents.
anti-Israel
parents-in-law.
sentiment.
Yeah, the in-laws. Yeah.
The in-laws home.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving was certainly a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, Keith was there.
Could have been worse.
And
hey, I was the only one who dressed up.
well, the thing is that the only thing he could find on the video thing on their TV was in Portuguese, which is really weird because I've been learning Portuguese. Actually, we had a lot of stuff happen that was like based off of things that we had been doing recently.
There's this thing called the confirmation
Hold up,
bias,
hold up.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Kyle
Uh-huh.
is trying to learn Portuguese
Yeah.
and tried to gloss right over that.
Yeah, I mean, isn't everybody trying to learn Portuguese? It's just like what we're doing, right?
Well, you know, Portuguese probably comes in handy for all those drug deals you'll be handling here in Florida.
Well, okay, so for my job,
Portuguese comes into play in like 2 places on Earth.
yeah, Miami and
No.
Orlando.
Wait, no, yeah, I did get a lot of caipirinhas in Miami that one time. So
You guys went to Miami without me?
No, I've never been to Miami.
no, I went when we were doing film, like color grading for our student film.
Oh,
anyway,
shit. Yeah, so I'm learning Portuguese because I go to fucking Brazil like every year now for my job. So I figured, hey, you know what would be useful? Knowing how to talk to somebody in this fucking place I'm going to have to be at least once a year.
He couriers bribe money between prominent politicians.
I'm thinking this is more along the lines of being able to ask, where can I have dinner and not get murdered?
It's true. It's a good thing to know, especially going to fucking Rio de Janeiro. Which,
Where dinner without murder?
Yeah.
And you're just like shrugging comically like to intimate to this guy that it's a question.
Just churning your pockets inside out and pointing at your stomach.
oh,
And they are
shit.
actively like doing cocaine off of like a dirty gutter.
They just
right
give me
in front of you.
Just give me they just give me that signal that they do in Japan with the X sign of their
Kyle,
arms.
wait, Kyle, I need to interrupt you for a second. This is not what I meant when I wanted to play a blue game. Anyway, next joke.
Yeah.
Next
Boo,
joke.
get Keith out of here.
I'm
Keith's
already
off
outta
the
here.
show.
Ah,
Wait, no, that's what you want. Keith, you're stuck here for
Oh, fuck.
good.
Keith, you're playing more arcade games instead of having a real career. You're a Christmas cake, you little son of a bitch.
do
Oh,
I-
yeah. We were talking earlier about how we
I
need
can't
an
put it-
English equivalent of Christmas cake, and we've settled on
Okay, first of all, explain
Thanksgiving
what this
pie.
means. Keith, what the fuck do you
Everyone
mean by
knows
that?
what it means!
No, Keith, okay, Nick.
Nobody on this fucking earth knows what that means.
Yeah.
All right, so I was telling Kyle and his fiancé about how in Japan they have this wonderful little term designed to cut right to the heart of a person's confidence in their worth as a human being, right?
Yeah.
It's a Christmas cake is a person who is not married and doesn't have kids after the age of 25, because in Japan, the tradition on Christmas is simply to have a cake. And so after Christmas, Christmas cakes are kind of like Halloween candy,
Oh my
right?
God.
They're like super discounted and kind of worthless and stuff. So a Christmas cake is a person when you really, really want to malign their human worth, right?
Yeah, so like you would call someone
Okay,
like
so if you take 1,000 words out
Yeah.
of what you just said, a Christmas cake is a spinster.
okay, so
Yeah, but like emphasis on like
So
sort
we
of an
already have a
unreasonably
word
young
for it.
expectation as a threshold for spinsterism.
Well, yeah, sure,
Nick!
that's Asian culture.
Nick! I'm just saying we need something like that here because, you know, hell world.
Yeah, the word
Kyle, what are you
spinster.
doing?
I don't know. This
And
says there's no
get on the
time.
computer. You gotta pull up your AOL
Oh,
email.
Barely paying attention.
Okay.
That
You got
alien
Jew
wizard
Ranger.
killed all your friends because you
guess.
didn't check your aim
Oh, I
messages.
see. I didn't shoot the computer.
Oh, yeah, it does say insert floppy. I was trying to
Yeah.
sort out what Furupi was.
Oh shit!
Anyway.
Oh, this is Keith's computer, by the way. This is what it looks like.
I thought
I
you
am
just
not your
meant-
enemy.
Now
Choose a
you're
card.
face to face with the lawnmower man.
Now I'm gonna play fucking Magic the Gathering.
You're face to
Oh
face
no,
with.
you're playing that Final Fantasy VIII card game.
Yeah, that's a joke for nobody who actually watches the
Yeah,
show
Nick.
still.
I mean, you're telling me my jokes are esoteric, and you're talking about fucking God knows what.
I understood why
well,
he said
at
that.
at least one person
Yeah.
watching knows what a Final Fantasy is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, let's talk about spin tourism and the futility of finding someone with whom you can relate intimately in this life.
Oh, by the way,
So-
okay, let me get down to what Keith was trying to say.
Oh,
You
yeah.
call someone a Christmas cake because if they're over the age of 25.
Kyle, I already explained that part.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
'cause
we
you-
are
Oh.
we are just way ahead of that part.
Kyle, Nick was just trying to make it more succinct. The point was we should call people Thanksgiving pie when they're in a similar situation. Because that shit spoils.
Yep.
But that pie goes eaten.
No, it doesn't because we
There-
had
there-
Thanksgiving pie and
Well-
it just went bad.
I finished my pie. Bitch.
Yeah, well, that's because you're an asshole, Kyle.
Well, I.
Yes, that's what I
regardless-
say. He's getting killed by these fucking Mr. Rogerses.
Yeah, you're getting your comeuppance right now.
Good.
You deserve it. All right.
In
How
their
about
in their smart cardigans, beating the dog shit out and shooting you. Apparently,
Yeah,
This
that's
has to be
bullshit.
a
Shoot him. He's
Capcom
gonna
game.
shoot you. Don't you pay attention?
atypical zombie behavior. But yes, you're getting your comeuppance
Yeah.
because you didn't eat your fucking pumpkin pie.
Initially, I wrote this off as Resident Evil, but it's really more like Yakuza.
Yeah.
Anywho.
It is on Naomi. Oh my god.
But
Could you
So
imagine-
the next level is going to be karaoke. Didn't you
Yeah.
just come out of that exact sewer hole?
No, I haven't. I came out of the door to the right. That's where all the zombies came out of.
I
Nick,
don't
that
know,
is a
this
terrible
all-
way to malign the miracle of birth. The beautiful.
We
Anyway.
all emerged from the sewer hole.
Anyway, that was my
Yeah.
joke. That the joke is complete. Let us move on to next joke.
Next joke.
Enjoy
prepared.
joke and begin next joke. Subsequent joke,
has
commence.
expired. Please continue.
Please
Joke.
load next joke.
Please insert disc 2 of 6.
Next joke.
Joke
Preparing.
no longer available. Please move forward.
Error message
Life.
404, joke not found, or error message 405, joke not funny. or in my case with Nick, more often, error message 505, joke forbidden.
That's pretty good.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is like this game right here is a visual metaphor of Nick fending off all my great jokes.
Yeah, as they are blasting hideous fluids in all directions.
This game is ridiculous. It's one of the harder ones we've played in a while. Like I've blown through at least
it's one of the harder
$3.
ones you've played in a while, sir.
No, just
And
trying to
that's-
get through 10 minutes of it. Like I've blown through $3 at least.
Oh, that blows.
This reminds me of that one that you played where you're Cammy trying to like machine
yeah,
gun
Gunspike.
zombified gorillas.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a long ass time ago. But then again, Thanksgiving feels like it was a long ass time ago, and it's only been 3 months.
Yeah,
Wink.
I get it.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
I'm finding
the illusion
xenomorph
going.
zombies.
they
humanoid
kind of just
xenomorph.
remind me of those. Fuck, I forget what culture it was where like they would take straps or little planks of wood and strap them to their heads so that their heads would grow out long-wise.
Millennials.
What? Hold on. That's a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Find photos,
that
please.
was apparently a thing.
the South American
if I
crystal
can find
skull
one,
people.
I will put it up because that's a thing that I really have not thought about for I don't know, probably 15 years now.
We're all feeling nostalgic
But
today.
I saw like a documentary thing when I was a kid, and they talked about like these skulls were found all like stretched out and weird. What the fuck's going on here? And
Like a
somebody
baby?
speculated that it was like a ritual deal, kind of like the people who put the rings around their neck
Right.
like a
to,
baby.
to like extend it out fucking ridiculously far, and they can't ever take them off.
You know what's crazy? Like this is the difference between you and me. Like you haven't thought about that in 15 years. Now that I've learned about it, I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be your everyday.
Yeah.
No, but that was a thing. Was it? In this culture, I want to say it was like a South American thing
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's deeply secluded, but their whole thing was taking these pieces of wood and strapping them to their heads with like kind of like a headband, and it prevented the skull from growing normally, so that the brain has to go somewhere, so it extended out in this kind of tube-like shape. And that fucked me up.
That's what
as
makes
a child.
people thought those skulls were aliens or something, but it's like, nah, it's just people being creative.
Yeah, it's kind of like foot binding, except for the part where your brain goes.
Brain binding.
Hell yeah, man.
That's
Brain
basically
binding,
that's a let's play basically.
brain binding.
Before let's plays.
It's to make sure that your head grows abnormally.
Oh god.
I'm surprised it was Nick and not Kyle who brought up a weird anthropological fact.
Oh, I got one for you. You want to hear it?
Is it the one you called into the Dick Show about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up next.
Oh no.
Nick is mewling with displeasure already.
I remember.
I think I know this
Buckle
one.
up, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. So when I was in anthropology in college, I had learned that there is a fucking tribe in somewhere in South America.
No, it was Papua New Guinea, I thought.
Yes, that's in South
No,
America.
it fucking isn't. Anyway,
I don't know.
proceed with your horrible story.
Okay, I don't
I mean,
remember.
to be fair, I couldn't point out anywhere on the fucking globe where I think that might be.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
yeah, exactly. Whatever. So anyway, these people they believe culturally that men are enabled to make their own semen. So the only way that they possibly could is that the young children, the young men, had to give blowjobs to the elders to obtain their own semen, and that's how childbirth is happens in that culture.
I really am grateful for the fact that when they read your horrible note on the Dick Show, they had a weather girl there who gasped in dismay.
Yeah,
That was perfect. That was too perfect.
yeah. I don't choose when he reads it.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
beautiful.
We have no control over that, and that it just worked out
Oh,
so
man.
better than I could have ever asked for.
Oh, I gotta find that clip and maybe we'll play it right now.
Play it over the end
Yes,
credits.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was funny as hell.
So I gotta figure
That's
out.
amazing.
It's within the week after I sent the email. So
The only evidence that Trouble Planet exists.
yeah, I had him refer to me as Trouble Planet. So
Kyle from
we all
Trouble
get credit.
Yay.
Yeah.
I like the fact that there's
Uh.
absolutely no context or explanation for what the fuck that means, so he just read it and everyone listening said, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh no. I told him why because he was saying
From
Tom
what?
Brady from the Patriots kisses his son on the lips.
Yeah.
And I said, if you think that's bad, well, I got news for you.
Right, no, Kyle, but that doesn't explain why someone who doesn't know what we are wouldn't understand why he said Kyle from Trouble Planet.
Because that's how I told myself.
Yeah.
That's what I called
Right,
myself.
right. I get that,
Yeah,
but no one
it
knows
still
why you
makes
said
no
that.
sense to him. Like, what the fuck do you mean, Trouble
Yes,
Planet?
thank you.
Well, that's why, because then you, the listener, go, what the fuck is a Trouble Planet? You look it up and,
no, they won't.
free
But
advertising.
I'm
Okay, are we
glad
playing
Nick is
more of
here
this?
because Nick is
Oh,
your
you-
wife when your wife isn't around.
Okay, are we playing more of this?
You got Kenshiro
I
up
guess.
there in front of you. He's got the 7 scars.
Okay, join us next time, guys.
Trouble Planet says, Dick, in the recent episode, you were pretty grossed out by Tom Brady kissing his son square on the lips. Well, you should know about the Itoro people who are about 1 billion times worse. The Itoro
I was
believe-
wondering about a culture or somebody who does that.
They're worse. The Itoro believe that young boys must ingest the semen of their elders daily
Oh, wow.
from the age of 7 until they turn 17 to achieve adult male status and properly grow and mature.
Wow.
How long were you wondering about that?
Now that is,
Um,
I don't know what, I don't know.
In the back and forth of the watching the tape.
I don't know what kind of, to help them grow strong, but don't worry, it's only little boys because women only waste the life force. Enjoy knowing that for the rest of your life.
Jesus.
Go fuck yourself, Kyle from Trouble Planet. I don't know what kind of powers
Wow.
you would get by ingesting your elder semen, but you can probably take it. You know? Maybe if it's like beating Marble Madness.